How accurate is the data on a budget launch monitor? We're about to compare the ball and club face data on the £3,000 Flightscope Mevo Plus to the £13,000 Trackman IO to see if there really is £10,000 worth of difference. And then fellow YouTuber and PGA pro Harry Shaw is going to give us all a very simple drill to show us how to straighten up our club face at impact so we can all start hitting straighter shots. Like most golfers, my biggest challenge is controlling the club face at impact to consistently hit straighter shots. While I can't afford a top tier Trackman launch monitor, I am considering the more affordable £3,000 Flightscope Mevo Plus. In this comparison, we'll dive into the club face angle and basic ball data from both devices to find out if the £10,000 price difference really delivers a noticeable edge, or if I can sharpen up my game without breaking the bank. Right, Harry, we're going to hit three different shots with three different clubs. Okay, so we're going to start with the 7-iron, then we're going to move to a 60-degree wedge, and then we'll finish off with the big stick with the driver. We'll see if there's much discrepancy in the data.
Cool, let's have a look. First shot with the 7.
First shot with a 7-iron. Oh, it's a decent strike, fading in nicely. Nice. So looking at face angle, we've got 3.4 degrees to the left on the Trackman. What are we saying on the Mevo?
4.4 degrees to the left.
So there's obviously 1 degree of difference there between the two launch monitors. As a pro, like, is that a large difference, 1 degree in your club face angle?
I mean, it depends on how far you're going to be hitting it. With driver, 1 degree, you know, could mean the difference, you know, for the guys on tour, it could mean the difference between hitting the middle of the fairway and being, for this example's sake, so left of target could be on the left side of the rough, you know, in relation to where the fairway is. But something like a wedge or 7-iron, it's not really going to make that big of a difference.
Right, okay, that's interesting.
So it'll be interesting to see how the driver looks later on, because I reckon the dispersion and where the ball sets off and where it shows the trajectory, I reckon that'll be a little bit different depending on how it tracks the face angle. But with a 7-iron, you know, I would say for every degree, I would say around 3-4 yards. So not a lot of a difference.
Not massive.
No.
Okay.
In terms of the direction, is not how far it's gone, but you know, from me to you to way I would say for a degree.
That 1 degree difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 or 4 yards. That's all right. That's interesting to know, because I've never understood data to that depth, I would say. But yeah, ultimately, we want to know where the ball's finishing up, don't we?
Yeah, of course.
And I guess that would be where it's landing, I guess. So it'd be landing definitely, 3 to 4 yards different.
I would say so, yeah.
So if we've got a dry day, it's going to land there. It's probably going to roll out maybe into the rough or something like that, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
But
again,
we'll see.
You know, with driver, probably the case because you're going to be hitting it harder. The spin rate's a lot lower, so it's going to roll a lot more. 7, you know, it's going to stop quicker, isn't it?
Yeah,
exactly.
Right, let's see a couple more shots with a 7-iron, see how we look. Bit more open, that face, I thought. Oh no, it's not too bad.
Touch out the toe.
Yeah. So 2.2 degrees to the left, my club face there. What are we saying over?
And this one, it's saying 4 degrees to the left.
So on the Mevo Plus, we've got a little bit more discrepancy there, haven't we? A couple of degrees almost. What's the carry distance looking like on the Flightscope, Harry?
That's carrying 156.9.
And we're 157.6, so there's hardly any difference there.
Less than a yard.
Ball speed is practically the same. Spin rate is practically the same.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
And the club path, we've got a little bit of a discrepancy as well, haven't we?
Yes, we have. So it looks like on here, you know, you can have a look at the Mevo Plus and think, well, you know, both the face, the target, and the club path on those 2 shots you've just hit have been favouring more left.
Yeah.
So your swing path has been more out to win. And your face angle has been more closed. So when you have a look at the ball flight on those 2 shots there, you'll notice that the ball will go more straight left and further left, whereas these have almost looked like they've curved back to target,
it's faded in a little bit more centrally, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So what I'm finding just off the bat with the 7-iron, the ball data is almost spot on between these 2 units. There's hardly any difference whatsoever in terms of carry, ball speed and spin rates. It's just when we're looking at the club data where we're getting a little bit more in depth with our swing, we're finding those slighter margins for error. Yeah. Let's hit one last shot with a 7. Or a straight left.
Well, that'll be an interesting one to have a look at.
It will, mate, it will. What I do tend to find with launch monitors as well is the more of a miss hit that you hit,
Yeah.
the larger the discrepancy in the data.
Yeah.
So obviously there I've hit a straight left shot, horrible shot. Trackman's picked it up as only 5 degrees to the left, but it's 3 degrees more on the Mevo Plus, which is a little bit more inaccurate.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. When you have a look at the actual club path itself, 3.3 degrees to the right, so that's into out 3 degrees. Looking at the club path, 4 degrees.
It's not too different,
So that's
is it?
less than a degree there, isn't it? Which is
Yeah.
quite interesting. So far, when you've tried to play a bit more of a shot into out with the path, it's registered
Picked it
much
up a
better,
little bit
hasn't
more
it? Yeah,
accurately.
in terms of the path.
Let's see how we're looking with the wedge, because you would expect, like you were saying before, the data to be a little bit tighter because it's not going as, it's not traveling
Correct.
as far.
Yeah.
Let's see how we go with the 60 degree. Not a bad shot, quite straight. 1 degree to the left, my club face, Harry, on Trackman.
And on here, it's showing 3.1 degrees to the
3
left.
degrees, that's quite a large discrepancy. I'm surprised at that, you know.
Yeah.
In terms of ball data, we've got carry distance on the Mevo Plus at 70 yards and 73 yards, which is not too
That's
bad.
pretty accurate, yeah.
Ball speed is practically the same, 67 miles per hour. Spin rate is practically the same. So I'm dead impressed with the spin rate and the ball data numbers.
Ball
but
data, yeah.
The club face angle we're struggling with at the moment.
And what about the club path there?
What? Yeah.
So 5.9 as well, so big discrepancy, like you say.
Okay, similar again, 1.8 degrees to the left with my club face.
Yep.
And again, we're looking at 3.8 degrees with the flight scope. And if we're looking at the final outcome of the shot, there's a little bit of difference on the Mevo Plus, as you can see, Harry. We're probably a few yards left there. And the Trackman, is almost centre, maybe a yard or two offline. So we've got quite a large difference in the final outcome of your shot looking at the tracer.
Yeah.
Right, last shot with the 60. That was nice.
Very neutral.
A little bit out of the toe, but it's a lovely little shot. So 0.6 degrees left, and we've got 2 degrees left. So we're noticing about a 2 degree difference in every shot, aren't we? In terms of the face angle.
Definitely.
And same with the path there, again around about 3 degrees difference, which is not cool. But the ball data is absolutely spot on.
It sounds like, you know, it's a great monitor if you wanted to track your yardages, your spin rate.
This is it, yeah.
Definitely.
But when you're looking at your more complex data when it comes to your swing, then
changing it.
Not 100% convinced by the Mevo Plus at the moment. Right, let's move on to driver, final 3 shots. Right, okay, let's see how we get on with the driver. Probably expect a bit more discrepancy in this club, wouldn't we? Okay, 2.5 degrees left, kind of out the middle, which I'm impressed with. What are we saying over there, Harry?
Let's have a look. So it's saying 5.7 degrees to the left, club path only 0.6 degrees.
And club path 3, yeah.
Left.
We've got about a 3 degree difference now, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I presume, mate, a 3 degree difference in your face angle is going to be quite a lot in terms of dispersion.
Definitely is, especially for, you know, the guys that are hitting it 250 plus, you know, anything with the driver, that can be the difference between hitting the fairway and being offline. You know, hitting it into the rough or into the trees. I always find that when I'm hitting my driver on the golf course, if I'm 2 degrees out from where I should be, then I'm not hitting the fairway. And if I'm 4 or 5, it's off the planet.
Yeah, that's me usually, mate. Out of bounds all the time. Right, second shot with the driver. Oh, it's a bit more left. The face angle was pretty straight. I've just hit that out of the toe quite a lot. So we've got 0.6 on Trackman.
We've got 3.2 degrees on the Flightscope.
Yeah, again, so we're looking like a 3 degree discrepancy between
It's
the face
interesting
angle.
that, because it's the same with the club path. You know, you have a look at the club path there, 0.5 degrees to the right.
And another 3 degrees.
Yeah, another 3 degrees there.
Yeah.
So the face angle there is showing, 3 degrees more to the left, and the club path is showing 3 degrees more to the right on Trackman.
Right,
isn't it?
okay, yeah.
So that's interesting. Just obviously the way both the launch monitors, you know, track what the ball does and what the club does, as I was mentioning before. Anything there that doesn't show a minus number, you're swinging in to out.
Yes, okay, in to out. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, exactly
okay.
that.
Like
so
a draw swing.
Yeah, exactly. So when you have a look at what the Flightscope says there, club path of 5 degrees, 0.5 degrees to the right,
Yeah.
that means into out.
Right, okay.
So right means, okay, the club is travelling, that direction,
yeah, okay.
as opposed to that direction, which
Right,
would be
okay.
left.
I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Third final shot with the driver. Let's see if we get another 3 degrees of difference. Oh, I'm hitting it very left today. 3.3 degrees left on the face angle, 5.7 degrees left on there, so about 2.5 degrees of difference. So again, around that similar 3-degree mark.
And again,
club
that
path, what we're saying, Harry?
That 2 degree difference again, 0.3 to the right.
And then in Trackman, 2.5. What is carry distance? Let's have a look at the ball data between the two.
So carry 240.6 and 240.4.
Wow. So, I mean, again, in terms of the ball data, the speed and the spin, well, the spin's a bit more on the Mevo Plus there, but in terms of carry, you're looking at absolutely accurate numbers from the budget launch monitor, the Mevo Plus, compared to the Trackman. It's just this club data that we're seeing some discrepancies. Yeah. Right, Harry, so like I said, one of my biggest problems is controlling my club face, okay? So would you be able to give us all a drill that's going to help us to hit some straighter shots?
Absolutely, yeah. So what I see so common when golfers come and see me down here at the golf projects is that they believe that it's all to do with timing. They need to slow down the golf swing in order to hit straighter shots. They're correct, but they're not actually having a look at what's causing that issue. As soon as they swing faster, the club face is left open, it goes too far to the right. If they slow down, they release it too much and it goes too far left. So we tend to see that inconsistency in the two-way miss just because of the same issue. But a lot of golfers don't realise this, which is why they think that they're inconsistent, when in reality they're not, because as soon as you can make one simple change or one simple tweak in that swing, whether it's going to be the backswing or downswing, that's going to help you control the club face. Yeah. And what that is we see so many golfers, whether it's the takeaway or in the downswing, they'll always position themselves with the glove logo in this point here, pointing towards the sky. And you can see there, if I was to bring that out towards this camera, that opens up the club face massively. So whether that's in the backswing or the downswing, we tend to see that happen. And you can see that the club face there, the toe end of the club is going this way too much. So as soon as we attack the golf ball, well, hosel central, isn't it? Yeah. So no good. So we do two things. We try and back out the shot and lean back. We can't transfer our weight and it causes those rightward shots like that one there. Or we slow down the swing and try and get our hands and wrists involved to close down that club face in time. But to time that is very difficult. So rather than doing this action here, we want to try and get you more of a passive impact zone, so where the club face is staying fairly still throughout. And to do that, rather than having the club face here and the logo pointed towards the sky, I want to get that logo of yours to face more towards the ground. Okay. So from the takeaway, we're just going to focus 2 shots, getting that glove logo to continue facing the ground, with the idea that that leading edge of the club face here is parallel to my spine angle. And then because of this, if we just allow the hands to go like they would do, it would probably go too far left. So what we can do from here is execute the shot properly and just rotate and hold the angle. And the club face will stay nice and square. So
just a little chip shot to start with, Harry, yeah?
Yeah.
So aligned up to target.
That's it.
Club face is looking pretty neutral right there. But you said that I can sometimes open my club face, so I need to keep it.
Yes,
keep my
exactly.
Glove logo and palm pointing more towards the ground.
You've got it. So face angle there was pretty good. 1.2 degrees off the centre. Really good.
Felt good. Oh, beautiful.
0.2 degrees.
Love this.
Perfect.
Okay.
So working our way up into full swings. From this point here, making your way up to the top, everything stays the same. We've just got to make sure we commit and rotate through. That's it.
So commit to it and rotate through, yeah?
That's it. So still same takeaway, and then get through the ball.
Not
unlucky with that one. So it was good with the club face taking the club back. We've just allowed it to release on the way through.
Okay, right.
So on this one, just swing a little bit quicker on the downswing. That's it. Good.
Bit too quick.
So better, yeah.
Right, last one, mate. I want something in between.
Yep,
3 degrees either side, yeah.
So really focus on that point there, and then rotating through.
That's it. It's just that little chip shot. It's okay. I can keep the club face still,
Yeah.
but as soon as the swing starts to go up there, that's when I'm losing control.
Yeah.
So I need to get the feel of that position at impact.
That's it.
Felt decent. Oh,
Yeah, we'll take that.
What a way to finish.
What a way to finish. Great shot.
Right, in terms of difference with the budget launch monitor compared to the more premium one, we noticed that there's quite a bit of discrepancy there between the club data, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So, but in terms of the ball data, the Flightscope Mevo Plus was pretty much spot on with the Trackman unit, which there's definitely not £10,000 worth of discrepancies just there. If you're interested in either the Flightscope Mevo Plus or Trackman IO launch monitors, check out the links in the description below where you'll find a 5% discount code for Golf Swing Systems. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, head over to Harry's YouTube channel, Harry Shaw Golf, and then check out the video that's on the screen right now for a more in-depth review of the Flightscope Mevo Plus.